Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon, so I'll be reviewing the Blu-ray special edition of Tarzan, which contains the Blu-ray and the DVD, including the digital download of course. So I figured I would do this review, folks. So of course, as always, let's talk about the plot. Yeah. The film starts off pretty dark, if you ask me, because we see the parents of the baby Tarzan. Yeah, you could tell right away, right off the bat, these two individuals are not going to make it out alive. They get left stranded on this island after a shipwreck. And yes, they are killed right in the beginning of the film. Yeah, way to go, Disney. So, yeah, they died, of course, by leaving this baby behind. And these parents are supposed to be these two individuals who are Anna's and Elsa's parents. So I guess they're related to Tarzan, I believe, I guess you can say. Which you already know is supposed to be connected to Tangled as well. And which means we do get to see that whole shipwreck thing has something to do with Little Mermaid, where she's been living at, I guess you can say. And Jane is supposed to be a descendant of Belle, and then the character of Menina is somehow thrown in here because of a different timeline, and which has something to do with the Monsters Inc. and the other film Wall-E. And then on top of that, you have to also include all this is supposed to be connected to all the other Disney princess movies as well. So yeah, there's lots of, I guess, wires to be connected to specific timelines and events. So wait, I'm trying to figure out something here. Okay, this goes there, and that goes here. Okay. What was I talking about? I lost track here. What? Huh? Wait, what? Oh yeah, the baby Tarzan. Yeah, he gets adopted by this family of these creatures. You can say these, but the thing is, the other characters aren't too pleased with it. But the mother wants to take care of him anyway, like a loving mother, which of course makes sense. So yeah, there's like a primate kind of a thing going on, which makes sense, I guess. Hence the title of Tarzan. Yeah, the mother ape had found the baby in this particular area, so of course he was raised and we have these animals friends. Yeah, that's sort of typical Disney style. And of course there's gonna be a villain, this hunter guy. He's a big bad guy over here. He's a big old bully. And you see this this woman Jane and this old man as well. Yeah, the Jane of course became good friends with Tarzan as the story progressed. And these two individuals of course gonna start up a relationship sooner or later. You know, this kind of thing you see coming anyway, so yeah. Well, they Blu-ray release, there was some bonus material here, folks, which contains deleted scenes, some research tip to Africa, the making of the music video, and of course the actual music video here, folks. And there's of course the percent in HD quality, of course, and the sound quality would be top notch. So there's not a whole lot of special features in this. Sadly, just a bit of it. Of course, there's the DVD copy, the Blu-ray copy, along with the digital download, so you can pretty much watch it anywhere if you want. So that's about it for the packaging. So there's not a whole lot really. This packaging as well, it's sad to say, but the movie itself isn't half bad really. So they can't complain too much really. So there's that. So a lot of this has some decent packaging really, folks. It's pretty high price. You'd have to pay nearly $20 for this, or more depending where you go and buy this. This movie does have a good sense of humor, so some of it is actually pretty funny, so that's a pretty good thing there, folks. Good, folks. Just the beginning part really got me. Oh boy. I mean, it got pretty gruesome for a Disney film. Oh. And the shipwrecking and whatnot. And yes, they actually show the dead bodies of the parents. The corpses are right there. And this was intended for kids. You know, just wow. Holy hell. Yeah, I really went there. So, yeah. The animation here is really nicely drawn, folks, even though it's hand drawn. And it's all well put together, folks. Why this was not necessarily my top favorite Disney film ever, but it is well produced. I like the music that was in here, folks. The movements come along very smoothly all together, so that's definitely a plus there. I do like how the characters are charming in their own little way, of course. In all honesty, folks, this film is pretty underrated. It does not get the same reaction as to some other more popular Disney films, unfortunately. And yeah, it's a pretty straightforward story, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing.
And we are familiar with the Tarzan story, even if you have not seen the Disney's version of it. So they're just trying to do their own spin on it, I guess you can say. In old stories into the animated features, they have done that for years anyway.
The story itself is fairly straightforward. Pretty much what you might expect from the Disney stuff. Not that it has to be a bad thing, of course. It's adventurous like you might expect it, and the songs are really nicely done here like you might expect. So overall, pretty good story. And even though the villain himself may come out like one-dimensional, he's pretty much your typical bad guy you might see in these types of movies. He's bad just for being bad, really. He has no other motive to being bad, just being greedy, really. Basically, he's just a greedy guy, folks. That's it. So, and of course, you see the old man here, folks. So, yeah, he speaks to Jane quite a few times. They show plenty of scenes together. So that's pretty cool if you ask me, folks. Yes, sirree. Apparently, he's supposed to be the same old guy that you might have seen in Frozen. So there's no link to that film as well. So that makes it pretty interesting. So anyway, Jane is a pretty cool character in her own little way, folks. I like that. I think she has her own personality, and of course, Tarzan is pretty cool in his own way, of course. These two characters are pretty much the primary focus of the story, which is fine, of course. So I like the shadow effects they have on here, the artwork, everything seems rather fluent. Well, Disney has a lot of money to spend, so of course the animation itself is looking really nice here, folks. I like what they've done here. So this was a pretty solid feature, even though the Blu-ray copy that I have is pretty disappointing in a lot of ways. But whatever, I suppose. Still not that bad of a movie overall. I do recommend it. Anyway, Tarzan gets an overall rating of a 6.8 out of 10. It gets a 6.8 out of 10 from me. And of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. See ya. Oh yeah. Until next time.